Welcome back to War Thermal News. This week, I don't even need leaks, because Gaijin's just telling us this stuff now. So hit that subscribe button. On the Russian website Stop Game, there was a press release for Gaijin's next upcoming patch, 1.93, and in it told us some stuff that Gaijin hadn't released yet. Most importantly, when we can expect to see the next patch. And they do it in like the first sentence. Gaijin Entertainment is pleased to announce that War Thunder will start updating 1.93 in early December. Now what exactly does early December mean? I don't know. It's a pretty broad statement. A few guesses that we could make is perhaps they're actually just saying December 1st, or at least that's what they're shooting for, hoping nothing goes wrong. The reason why I say this is because it would line up perfectly with the War Thunder anniversary event that happens every year at the end of October or December 1st. I don't know the exact date of it. What it could also mean is perhaps a week or so after that. However, I have less evidence on why that would be the case. I'm still betting for December 1st. So that's all well and good, very exciting, cool stuff to hear about, but the rest of the article has some other interesting things. Well, actually, most of the article is just about the Ka-50 and Mi-28, which we have dev blogs about those. We don't really need to read Russian articles. But before the closing statement, there's another one that says, in addition, the update will add dozens of other combat vehicles, modern helicopters for the rest of the nations, and heavy cruisers rank 5, as well as other marine and air and ground equipment. Now if you're thinking, oh, maybe that's a typo, and can we even trust this weird Russian Stop Game article? Well, the Centurion dude had said, in reply to someone thinking maybe it is, it's not a typo, is from our press release. So the information in this article is legit. So we have some things to talk about. First off, helicopters for all the other nations. I wonder what that could mean. Well, pointed out to me by someone named Pazzo1972, posted in the comments of the recent Q&A in reply to someone asking about why no Italian stuff. We explored some vessels for the Italian Navy during the CBT phase. We showed a few of them also in full dev blogs, so they do exist indeed. We will have more news to share on the matter in the future, but certainly the Italian Navy won't be very soon. Regarding Italian helicopters, all we can say for now is stay tuned to the news. I'm not even into helicopters that much, and I'm a bit excited. Although I don't know much about Italian helicopters, so I went onto the forum to see if anyone had made a tech tree so we could get an idea of what we might be see coming. And lo and behold, I found one, made by the user Gripen. It's quite an in-depth one, so I'll only be able to give you an abridged version, but there will be a link down below to the full list. And if you care at all about Italian helicopters, I do suggest you check it out. So it starts off with the Agusta A129 AT, which was armed with 2 twin tow launchers and probably some rocket pods. Then it would be the Agusta 109 CM, which could carry 2 quadruple or twin tow launchers and had 4 hardpoints for rockets and gun pods. And then there's the Agusta A109K, which only 12 were built for the Peruvian army, as well as the prototype IDACE. So perhaps this one could be a premium. But it was also armed with 2 quadruple or twin tow launchers and 4 hardpoints for rockets and gun pods. However, it did also have a bit stronger engines than the last variant I talked about. Then we get the first designated attack helicopter, the Agusta A129 Mangusta, or AH-29A, which could carry 2 quadruple or twin tow launchers and 2 hardpoints for rockets or gun pods, ranging from 70 to 81mm rocket pods, or 50 cal gun pods with 150 rounds. Then there would be the Agusta A129 Mangusta CBT, or AH-29C, armed with a 20mm TM-197B with 500 rounds, and 2 quadruple or twin tow missiles, as well as 2 hardpoints for rockets or gun pods, or twin AIM-92 Stinger launchers. After that one would be the Agusta A129 International, which by the way only served in Italy, armed with a 20mm TM-197B with 500 rounds, 2 quadruple or twin tow pods or Hellfire launchers, plus 2 hardpoints for rockets and MGs or AIM-29 missile launchers. After that, we can get some foreign influence with the Agusta Westland AW129D, or AH-29D, which was also armed with the 20mm TM-197B Gatling cannon, as well as 2 quadruple or twin Spike ER launchers, which by the way, I believe one of those was found in the files not too long ago, plus 2 hardpoints for rocket pods or twin AIM-29 Stinger launchers. And the final helicopter in this fan-made tech tree is the TAI Agusta Westland T-129 ATAK, which was also armed with the same Gatling cannon, but had 2 quadruple or twin mounts for tow missiles, Hellfire missiles, or UMTAS launchers, plus 2 hardpoints for rocket pods, including quadruple CIRTI laser-guided rockets and twin AIM-29 Stinger launchers. Now, once again, I would suggest that you check out this fan-made tech tree yourself. There will be a link in the description because there's quite a few other helicopters he talked about. However, one that he did not mention that I'd really like to see would be the Breda-Nardi NH500E, which was a license-built MD500 only armed with dumb rockets. Sure, it's from the 90s, so having it at 7.7 or whatever they put dumb rocket helicopters at now would be a little immersion breaking, but I find helicopters that don't have ATGMs to be a whole lot more fun than the ones that do, where you just sit back 5 kilometers and snipe people with ATGMs. Back to what the article said there, I wonder if it could also imply that we could see some more Japanese helicopters. However, I have not seen nearly as many hints towards that as we have Italian ones. And the last thing I could say for helicopters is that a pre-order for a US premium one will not be on the table. As stated from the Centurion dude, in replying to someone guessing that either we'll see some US helicopters or big ships for pre-ordering, he says there will be pre-orders, but not from the things you mentioned, which brings a lot of questions to that YAH-64 that we saw in the preview video for the Ka-50. Now that's just about all I have to say on helicopters. On to the other subject that this article brought forward, rank 5 ships. Now someone on the forums was a bit concerned that they were just going to move some of the current rank 4 ships up to rank 5. Store Team Dude had to say about that, even when we do move some old stuff up, like tanks from 6 to 7, we add something new as well. Just saying. So there definitely will be some new top dogs added to the Navy. And I think I even know which ones. In fact, I think I know why they went on to rank 5 already. It's because Germany is out of heavy cruisers. The current biggest one Germany has is the Admiral Hippier, which unfortunately all variants of that ship were very similar in armament, so adding a second one would only be filler. The P-class heavy cruiser was cancelled for the O-class battlecruiser, and the D-class heavy cruiser was cancelled for the Scharnhorst. So that leaves only one class of heavy cruiser left to add to the German tree. And I know they're going to add more things to the German tree. It probably makes a lot of money from all the wearaboos. And that last ship is the Deutschland class heavy cruiser, which is also referred to as the pocket battleship, thanks to its 6 280mm guns. Now, unfortunately, I'm not as knowledgeable on the other navies, so I'm not sure exactly what they could bring to face off these behemoths. It's possible the Japanese could get the Ioba, as there are some files data mined a little bit ago that were related to it. However, I doubt that would counter the Deutschland class. Now, another question that people have been asking is what kind of jets are we going to see? As we've only seen tanks and helicopters so far, and that one French plane. Well, it's pointed out to me by a viewer going by the name of Home that there's quite a lot hinting towards the English Electric. Way back in the official Gaijin 1.91 dev server stream, it was said that the English Electric was being worked on.
English Electric.
Work
in progress. We're working on it.
And in the Supermarine Swift devlog, it stated that the Supermarine Swift was only put into place as more modern fighters were being made, which could be a cheeky joke about Gaijin's current situation. But the strongest evidence, which was also pointed out by a viewer by the name of American Nationalist, was someone commented asking for a British supersonic, and they got the reply, "Stay tuned to the news." As for French fans hoping to see the Mirage, well, in the last Q&A it was stated to be planned. However, a viewer by the name of Ghost Seeker had spotted a reply for a request for it in the comments of the BMP3 devlog stating, "We're working on something, but I don't think it'll be ready for this update." Still, I'd say it's still up in the air whether it's coming or not, pun not intended, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. And as for the MiG-21, on the Mi-28N devlog, Epic Blitzkrieg was wondering if we were going to see any more of them, and he got the reply, "I guess at some point we'll add more, but we added 2 of them last patch, so we're probably not going to add another right now." As for a closing story, there are some proposed battle rating changes, and some of them are interesting. Starting off with the good, the T-80U AT-ATs, Leclerc, Ariete PSO, Leopard 2A5, Ariete M1A1 Abrams, and Challenger 2 are all being moved up to 10.3. We've finally broken the 10.0 barrier. Not exactly 11.3, but there's also some other changes that are, well, they're the more questionable ones. Starting off with the ATGM tanks, the M109 and both of the M11-3A1s are being moved to 8.0, which I think is alright, understandable. It's not that big of a change, and it actually, I just like it because it allows me to have a nice, solid US 8.0 lineup. The Rakenden Jagerpanzer II is being moved to 7.7, which will probably still suck at, so. The Rakenden Jagerpanzer II Hot is being moved to 9.0. The IT-1 and the BMP-2 are both being moved to 8.3, and the Swingfire is being moved to 7.7, so you can kill Tiger 2s with your mouse-guided 1960s ATGMs. Thanks, Gaijin. As for Spags, the Automatic is being moved to 9.7, the Falcon is being moved to 9.3, and the Kugelblitz is being moved to 6.7, because why did you add the Osman 2? The Type 59 and Type 69 are both being moved to 8.0. Isn't the Type 59 just a T54? The Type 59D is being moved to 9.0 in arcade. The CM11 is being moved to 9.7 in arcade. The Centurion Mark 10 and Vickers MBT are being moved to 7.3 only in RB. The M48A1 and the M48A2C are being moved to 7.3, and the OOF 40 MTCA is being moved to 9.0, but not the other 8.7 premiums because Italian wallet warriors are better than other nations' wallet warriors. Also, the 10.0 barrier has been broken for jets, and now the F4C T2, both MiG-19s, J72, and MiG-21 are the first 10.3 jets, but the J6, a Chinese MiG-19, is not being moved to 10.3. Also, quite a few helicopters are being moved around, and well, my only explanation on why Gaijin decided to move some of these is because they have noticed that both Blizzard and Bethesda had been moving in on their place as the company that makes the worst possible choices, so they decided to step up their game. And now the AH-1G is going to be moved to 7.7, both of the H-34s are going to be moved to 8.3, the UH-1B, both of the Alouette 2s, the Scout, the Wasp, and the Mi-4AB are all going to be moved to 8.7. So now they have the possibility of popping in the games that have no radar-guided anti-air, which I gotta say is a pretty strong move towards the worst possible decision a company can make. However, I still think Blizzard is in the lead, so Gaijin may have to step up their game a little bit to still keep that #1 spot. Beyond that, the Alouette 3 and Mi-24A are both being moved to 9.0. The UH-1C XM30 is moving to 9.3, and a little bit of spice at the top, the F100D and Phantom F6 are both being moved to 10.0. There's a few other changes you might take interest, like the FJ4B is being moved to 8.7, but I'm gonna have to let you read those on your own, as this video is now just about over. Before it is officially over, first I'd like to thank my YouTube members, Adia Nahwe, Suka Bliet, Mighty Peppers, The Pointless Gun Sinks, who finally made a video, you should all watch it, Perk You Up, Waffly Joker 6, and The Royal Rat. Thank you all very much. Those who are members are entitled to a Discord role. If you are a member and haven't gotten your Discord role, just comment down below what your Discord name is and I will assign you the role. They also will get videos a bit earlier. So once again, if you're interested, it's $5 a month. All you have to do is hit that join button right next to the sub button. Besides that, if I have missed any stories that you think I should have covered, comment down below or hit me up on Discord. If you've enjoyed this video, hit the like button. If you did not like the video, don't hit the like button. If you want to see more, I make War Thunder Really Good News videos every Sunday. I make random videos throughout the week. I like to stream War Thunder on Sundays here on YouTube, and on Fridays, I want to try to stream XCOM, which I have been successfully doing. So be sure to follow me there. Thank you all for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed the video, and have a good day. In the terms of bonus news, the technical moderator Pony51 announced that there has been change to EC, but he did not say what the changes are. And honestly, I don't feel like going through this whole thread to find out, so you're gonna have to. It's your homework. Make sure to do it or you'll fail.